This is the Bivariate presentation assignment video for PAL 242Y in the fall term of 2011. It is to this video that you will post a reply on YouTube in order to complete the Bivariate presentation assignment. I would prefer that you work on this assignment with a partner so as to have a joint project. You may, of course, work on your own if that is your preference. In completing this project, you would use cross-tabulations to explain variation in a dependent variable. I'd like you to use at least 3 independent variables for this project. The cross-tabulation analysis can be supplemented with other appropriate statistical techniques such as reliability analysis or significance testing as you see fit. You should formulate your hypotheses about the 3 independent variables being related to the dependent variable in light of some sort of literature review, if at all possible. Please remember to recode and label all your variables appropriately. You should focus in your presentation on the substance of your analysis, not the technique. I want to remind you always that you should be telling a story in your analysis. You should incorporate, of course, feedback from your homework worksheets in doing this work. And you should present your results in clear presentation quality tables rather than rough output. This assignment has several essential components. First of all, you should create an account on YouTube using a pseudonym. Secondly, you should notify me, the instructor, and Anthony Seeley, the TA for the course, of the pseudonym that you would be using. This should be done by November 18th at noontime, no later, or penalties will apply. The next step is for you to create a PowerPoint presentation with a number of slides being presented. And then you should post your YouTube response to this video by no later than noon on February the 23rd. You also need to make a live presentation in your tutorial session, whichever is appropriate time. Finally, you need to submit a hard copy of your slides at the end of your live presentation. The first component of your presentation is that you create an account on YouTube. I don't want you to use your real name on the YouTube account. I'd prefer that you protect your privacy by using a pseudonym. For the pseudonym, I'd like you to combine our course code, a city name, and the year. The example I've given here is PAL 242 Sienna 11. You can choose your own title, of course, but I'd prefer strongly that it begins with PAL 242. The full instructions are at this link here on YouTube under PAL 242 How To, and you can work through this at your own leisure. You should also notify me and Mr. Seeley, the TA, by email of the pseudonym. In this email you should indicate whether this is a solo or duo presentation and give me your name or your partner's name if appropriate. Now, if you're the two of you are working together, I need to know which of your tutorial sessions in which you will be making your live presentation. Now you need to create and post a video response. You should prepare and post this video on your YouTube account, including both slides and an audible narration track. Please check that it is audible. Instructions for doing so are again on YouTube itself under PAL 242 How To. You should indicate your pseudonym on the first slide of the presentation, and you need then to post your video as a response to this video. This must be done no later than 12 noon on November 23rd. In addition to recording a presentation on YouTube, this assignment also entails making a live presentation in your own tutorial session. A schedule will be posted of which date your presentation will be. You need to, at the presentation, have both the PowerPoint on hand and a hard copy of the presentation. The presentation cannot exceed 5 minutes in length. In working with your PowerPoint, you should set the slides to manual advance. Go to the slideshow menu and then set up slideshow link, and you'll see then the place where you can indicate the manual advance for the slides. The PowerPoint presentation itself should consist of approximately 10 slides. These include a brief summary of your research question, which is 1 or 2 slides, the rationale and literature review, which is another 1 or 2 slides, some description of your findings in tables or graphs, which would be 3 slides, and the 1 slide each for each of your independent variables. You then would perhaps summarize the patterns that you observe in another slide and conclude, including political or research implications, in a slide. And the final slide in each instance should include the syntax used in your analysis so that your work can be replicated if necessary. Please bring 1 printed copy of all the slides that will be used in your presentation to the live presentation in your tutorial. This hard copy should be suitable for projection should the computer fail or your PowerPoint somehow fail. This will be done through the document camera at the front of the room. I can show you how to use it if you'd like. You should include your name and your student number, as well as your pseudonym on the title page of the hard copy. Your own names or name should appear only on the hard copy. This can be written by hand on that sheet if necessary. You need to submit the hard copy of the slides immediately following the live presentation. Let's review the components of this assignment. There are essentially 5 of them. First of all, you need to create a YouTube account using a pseudonym rather than your own name. This is to protect your privacy. Secondly, you need to notify me and Anthony Seeley, the teaching assistant, about the pseudonym and whether you're presenting alone or with a partner. And if you're with a partner, you need to let me know that partner's name. And this step needs to be done by November 18th at noontime. The third step is to prepare and then post a video response to this video, and do so by noon on November 23rd. The fourth step is to make a live presentation in your tutorial session. The specific time will be assigned. It will fall, though, between November 23rd and December 6th. Finally, you are required to submit a hard copy of the slides used in your live presentation at the conclusion of the live presentation. I think this assignment can be fun as well as an important investigation. So have fun and do a good job.